And then, and I guess I'm kind of in this category, there's a bunch of old, and I'm on the old side, and the younger New Democrats, people who've been working for change and democracy for a long time, and now they're all here with all these other people to work together to elect a fine member of parliament and a voice for change. And I want you to welcome him up to the platform right now to share a few words and to show your support. Andrew Cash, Cash for Toronto.
Andrew and I talked about the possibility of his running, and I have to say I had to keep my voice calm, but inwardly I was so excited about the possibility, because when you think about who ought to be in the House of Commons, which is the House of the people, you need voices that understand the concerns that people have and have worked with people on those issues, have articulated their concerns and their hopes. And of course, someone who has been engaged the way Andrew has, it's very hard to find someone with a resume like his.
This is the campaign kickoff fundraiser for our campaign, which is Cash for Toronto campaign. One of the things that I've done in the past in my life as a musician is I've organized a lot of fundraisers, and so it's one of those things that I understand how to do, and so we're putting that to work here tonight.
They have a vision for this country, and they're prepared to work 24/7 to achieve their vision. And the thing is, we have a vision too. It's very different from theirs. And the question that I have shaken through my head, and the question I'm going to ask you, is do we care enough about our vision to work as hard as they work on their vision? Well, actually, we need to work harder, and by the way, that was a lame ass for applause. Do we care enough about our vision to work as hard as they do, or harder, to achieve a progressive Canada?
I'm very excited that somebody's going to Ottawa to speak on our behalf, and Andrew speaks very eloquently about these issues because, as you know, he's got such a rich history of being a musician himself and working for Now Magazine and as a journalist, and so I'm proud of him. I've known him for a really long time. He's one of my oldest friends, and I'm very excited for the future of this neighborhood.
Our federal government has let us down in all of those issues. They don't invest in transit. They don't invest in post-secondary education. They don't invest in daycare. They don't invest in newcomers and vulnerable people. I know Andrew's going to stand up for those folks, and having him represent us up in Ottawa will make a world of difference in the lives of people who need that help.
We need a government with more imagination, imagining a city that children don't have to go to bed hungry. Imagining a city where public transit is everywhere. Imagine a city that we don't have homeless. So the imagination is so important for a government which we don't have right now. So that's why we need Andrew Cash in the House of Commons, and I can't wait.
I think that hopefully that there's a new movement afoot of people working together more than against each other. And I know that Andrew is a collaborator. I know him as a collaborator, so I know that he is. So that certainly my experiences collaborating with him have been very positive. So I know that he works well in that sort of situation.
Down no more. No, I don't wanna trust
things that that I've thought about a lot is just as a citizen and as a journalist, I've been on the other side of the politician's speech. You know, I've watched politicians and I've been in rooms with politicians as they're speaking, and by and large, it's an underwhelming experience. You know, people want to connect. They want to they want to have engaged representatives. They want to have committed leaders, and who understand that leadership is about listening, and it's about sitting down and talking to people. It's about moving together as a community to a place, to an idea, to an issue, to a policy. And I think if there's any level of interest in what I'm doing, it's not even so much about me. It's about the idea that, you know, we can do some of this political discourse differently, that we can maybe change the political culture in some ways. And at the very least, what we can do is get some more committed and dynamic leadership and representation in Toronto and in the House of Commons.
I can't wait for him to join us as a member of Parliament in the House of Commons.
What you have with Andrew is somebody who's accustomed to speaking the truth. That's a good thing.
You might be the ambassador, the healing of the flame.